So this is my training on Canva for you. This is what I do. This is how I make those graphics, like those daily check-ins right now in our challenge groups.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I
How
don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so Canva is a application that you can do on your phone or on your computer where I make all the posters, the Facebook covers, announcements when I have class, like the Burn the Bird one that had the turkeys all over it. That's how I'm doing it. It's in Canva. And Canva is a free app. You can upgrade and pay for some things in Canva, but you don't have to. I have not. So you can do a whole bunch of stuff without paying for it. So, and you could use this on anything. You could do it for a kid's birthday card. You could do it for a makeup release. You could do it for anything you want. Okay. So like I did an opt-in email and made Fit Girls gift guide. And so I'll just show you. I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you can see. You can see what I see.
Wait, can I say just real quick, Jessica, I miss seeing you at the Christmas party. You were not at the check-in table for IBW.
Oh.
I noticed.
Well, thanks. No, we didn't have to work it this year. And so the boys and I went to Louisville and did Lights Under Louisville.
Oh, that's fun. We've done that before.
Yeah, that was our first time. We hadn't done it before. So.
Yeah. I heard it's bigger. I was there 2 years ago, and I heard it's bigger now.
It was pretty big. But yeah, I had signed up to go for us just to go and enjoy, but we didn't. We went to Louisville instead.
That's okay. Sorry, that was just my little side step.
Okay. Squirrel. All right, so this is Canva. You pull it up. You can just write in Canva. Here, I'll just write. Even if I just do Canva and search it in the taskbar, you go down here where it says Canva official site. And you can click there, and then you just have to make an account for yourself using your email. Okay, so you can do all designs. You can create a design, and it'll have this drop down here. You can search. There's an Instagram post, so it'll make it in the nice little square. A Facebook post, it makes it a little bit bigger. A poster, a Facebook cover. So it already formats it to the size that you want it to be. Because I've made stuff before and spent so much time on a cover, and then it doesn't fit in the cover, and Facebook kicks it out, and then I lose my mind. Okay.
Or crops part of it.
Yeah. Or crop it. Yeah. And so that's not fun either. So there's all kinds of things. So like right now, so I'll go to my designs. Where's my stuff? So I made my brand in here, and we've talked a lot about branding, like what are your colors, what do you like, and so I started to you can make it in here, but when you scroll down, they'll make you start paying for stuff, like when you add your logo or if you want like fancy colors or something. So should be in here. Interesting. Nope. I don't know where mine are. I'll create my team. Okay. Well, we'll just find a template and we'll just design it together. So let's say that you want to build your brand and you want to do a design, because this is where you could do all your graphics, and
can you import a certain picture too, or no?
You can. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm going to try in here. Okay. So let's say I want to use this template, and I'm there. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to take this off. Right. So I can literally just grab this and move it away, and it's gone. Okay. And then I can go over here on the right. I have all my templates, text, background. So they have stock backgrounds in there. Tons of them, different colors, and they're arranged by shade. Or like Jessica was saying, can you put your own images in? Absolutely. So you can go in and upload an image. Okay. So this is part of my Fit Girls Guide, right? So I'll show you how I did it. This is how I built it. I put a background in there. So I'll use this blue. No, go away, teapot. That's not. Why does it have my teapot in there? Go away. Go away, teapot. That is so strange. Okay, maybe that'll work. Oh, it's doing that. Oh, I changed that blue. Okay. All right. Maybe I can drag this over. Nope. Anyways, that's not going to work. Okay. So I will add a text like this. So you can either use theirs or you can just make your own. And you double click it. And like I said, I'm not a techie person, so sometimes this takes me a while. So if you are a techie person, then cheers to you, because I'm not. So like Fit Girls Guide, Holiday Guide. Okay, so it's little, right? And maybe I don't like that text. So I can highlight the whole thing, and I can make this bigger. I can change the font. Jessica, you're really good at stuff like this. I can make it super big and bold, right? And then if I hover over this, I can move it. Put that back up there. There we go. And then I can make it wider, right? So this is what I did. This doesn't have to be pretty since it's just a mock-up. Okay, so I put that at the top. And then if I have my uploads, of course, you all know that I love my Ninja. Everybody should own a Ninja, personally. I was looking at that Vitamix today at Costco. That's awesome, except it's so, so expensive. So expensive.
That's where I got my Ninja, or that's right. Yeah. Anyway, that's where my Ninja came last year.
Yeah.
Was when,
so then I just shrunk it down. Okay. And then I can put my teapot over here because I'm obsessed with tea right now because it's winter. Right. And I could just build this. Here's my Victoria's Secret leggings. So you just kind of have to play with it so it doesn't take over the whole thing, but you can shrink them, you can make it bigger. And then I have my wireless earbuds that are on my Christmas list. Hello. So I can run and not choke myself on my earbuds. And I put my little pocket leggings. I have to have pockets for all my mom things that get given to me, which currently are snotty tissues. Okay. It is true. So I did this. Okay. This is my Fifth Girls Guide, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, people are gonna be like, what is that? So then I put in a text. So I changed it to a different text header, and then I just moved this around, and then I put a description for it. And then I just added all that stuff in there. And then I did another one for the teapot and was like, oh, an electric teapot because it helps you. You can find all this stuff on Amazon. You know, it has nothing to do with Beachbody. It has everything to do with just being
healthy,
mama, whatever. So like sometimes too, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm doing. we just want to think about like what would be helpful for me, like more value than I've noticed, and not just us, like right now, I think because it's the end of the year, like everyone's like pushing so hard and there's just so much like Beachbody vomit everywhere. Like just be you and put what you love. Like Jessica has amazing eye palettes, always. She always has amazing eye makeups. She should share that because that's her jam. That's her knowledge. That's what she knows. You know, and Ashley can share like how to get your toddler to smile super with Santa.
No, I got nothing. I'm just thinking about that. I got nothing.
But like, you know, mom's survival checklist for the holidays. Like you need snacks, you need a movie in the car, you need, you know, coloring books or whatever it is. You could do a checklist like this and say, you know, just send a post like, hey, I'm sending out for free this month the Real Mom's checklist to survive in the holidays, or like keeping healthy during the holidays or whatever. And then you could arrange something like this, and then once they opt into your email, you send this to them, but then you have your email for all the releases that come out this year. Or send them a meal plan, or just have a conversation with them if they like leave Facebook during Lent. Lots of people do that. And then you have no way to talk to them. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you could do all kinds of templates in here, and you'll see that some of them are free. And then when you get down to the bottom, some of them are paid. Like I'll probably use this for our Christmas turbo, and I'll just change. Where'd my tree go? I'll just change the words to be relevant to me. So it's already all laid out, but you can change the font, you can change the color, you can change any of it to fit your stuff. Now I will tell you, when Jess was asking about your uploads and pictures and things, if you choose, like, see how this has that gray box?
Yeah.
It's called a PNG file, and
Right.
it will change it so that it just becomes gold behind it. But I haven't figured that out yet. But supposedly it will. I just don't know how to do it. But when I was researching, it said get the PNG file, and that will change. So
It recommends the PNG file
yes.
over the JPEG.
When you're doing like this kind of thing where you want it to be just like an overlay.
Okay.
Because this should go white when you use it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that should go away, and all that should be there is glitter.
Gotcha.
All you need is glitter. Okay. So let's say you want to build your brand, which I don't know why my brands aren't showing up. Because I have like a whole bunch of things that I've created. Here they are. There I am. Okay. Sweet. All right. So this is where I created this little thing here.
Yeah.
So I dropped all my pictures in, right? And then how I did that holiday flash sale. And it just takes some playing around with it. Again, I'm not an expert. But if you wanted to make a graphic, this is where I'm doing it. And fairly simple to do. So
Oh my God, you got your picture taken with Chris Downing holding you?
yeah, he had a rough time picking me up. No, I'm serious. I think he was tired or exhausted or had a very fun night the night before. He was like, I said,
oh my gosh.
He was like, no, girl, I'm just tired. Okay. Yeah. Well, because sometimes, so I will say this, sometimes you get tired of doing the Beachbody.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun, right? Like you got to be your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
He seems like he'd be more fun. Okay.
Joel's more fun. Chris is
Who is?
Joel. Chris is an introvert. Chris is quiet.
Oh.
Chris is quiet. Joel's more fun. Not that Chris is nice, but he's just quiet.
Yeah.
So this is my plain page. And so I was playing with my name and like how to build your brand. So then that way, if you ever have your website or you were going to have somebody do graphics with you, or you just yourself always want to use the same colors, tones, fonts. So you don't have to go scrolling and find that perfect font that you used last time. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that was called. What was that called? Dang it. It's all here. So you just,
That's nice.
yeah. So you just create your own page. And so I did this script. I don't really like this for my name, even though that's how I write. So I just typed in script, right? And then you can change it to be whatever script. That's actually how I write. You want it to be. And then you can, from there, create your own brand instead of paying somebody to do it. Most businesses are just going to use an application like Canva, like Girl Boss. If you don't know who she is, look her up because she is very creative and she is awesome. But she uses Canva. Everything she creates it in Canva. Right? So that's how she does that. So for me personally, I like a feminine character tone with a masculine, meaning I like something really swirly with something like straight. So it's probably because I'm partially girl and like, oh, I love you and I love all things, but then my OCD takes over and I like things like real structured. That's, I don't know, or I'm just bipolar. So then you want to pick out your colors, and I always love rose gold sparkly stuff. Like my purse is rose gold sparkle.
Yes, I know about that purse.
I love soft pink. Most of my clothes are black. I also really like grays. So that's kind of the tone that I went with my brand, just because that's me. Like that, I mean, it should be something super easy. Like, who are you? Like Jessica loves purple. Like I know that about her. She has a lot of purple. She wears purple. My friend Angie wears purple. All my best friends wear purple. Jolene does too. So, you know, and when designing Jolene's, you know, she came up with purple. So how do I get these little circles though? Right? You're like, oh, that's great, but how do I get these? So you go over to elements, and then when you scroll down, it'll be, don't use that grid one. But when you scroll down, it'll be frames. Okay, and then you can take this over, and it'll be real big, but you can shrink it. And you can just kind of move it into there. And then this is where that, oh, you uploaded images comes into play. So all these colors and glitter actually came from Google. So what I did is I went to Google and I said rose gold. Right? And then I went to images and all this stuff comes up. And so literally it was what I was drawn to. Like, I enjoy this. I would use that as like a texture or like a design kind of thing. So I save the picture. To me, I just put it on my desktop, and then we won't even talk about how Grace feels about my desktop. But then I go to my uploads, and then I go to upload an image. Oh, see, I was making an image for my dad's birthday. Anyways, so I could slide it into this little box, and it becomes in that box. no matter what I was doing. Where'd it go? Hold on, I'm gonna stop my share because I can't see beyond my box. There it is. Okay. Problem when you have too many things open at one time. So, all right. So then I come here and I go to uploads. And the last thing that I uploaded, I just drop it right into that box, and there it is. So anyone could come in here, like if I hired somebody out, or if I said, or like how Jessica stepped up before and been like, hey, I'll make the poster for you. I know you're really busy. And I could be like, okay, here's my login. I'm going to share, or you can share your stuff in Canva. Like I could share this template, you guys. I could share it and be like, here's the colors. Here's everything I have picked out. Make it. And they could, because they already know like your color, your font, like your essence of what you want it to be. So, but that's, and then you could put, you know, you can, so like I like this lady, my little yoga lady. So I could put her in there because I love yoga, right? I like this look of where it's a pillow, like on a headboard, and it's like, what? I don't even know what that's called. But you can also, like, let's say I just wanted to use this purple. I like this purple in this. I should be able to just really zoom in on this purple and then move it over and it be that color. And you could keep shrinking and shrinking, like zooming and zooming until you got it to that color. Like if you're like, I want that purple right there, or this pink, or whatever. Because that's how I got the black. I just went to this rest. And I moved the rest. I moved this part into this. So that's how I've been fiddling with it, and I didn't want to like tell everyone how to do it until I was like for sure how to do it. But I'm getting better, but it does take a little time to find like templates and stuff like that. But it might just be because I'm graphically challenged. But there's like invitations and all kinds. Look, there's a little pineapple. Burn the pine. Look, there's a pineapple. So you don't have to put a picture on there if you don't want to. You could just do something simple like this, like, you know, round here every day. We're never screaming pineapples again, whatever. And that's it. I'm gonna mute you. So, yeah, or like, what's it? Shed weight and gain muscle. Like, that's perfect for the new year. You wouldn't even have to change too much of that, but you could make it your own, and then it would be done for you. Okay, so let's say you created your graphic. Let's say this was your graphic, and you wanted to save it. And you're, you know, how are you going to get there? So you push this download, and then you download it as a JPEG, and you say, okay, this is great. And it's going to save it. And then I come down to this. Okay, I don't need to print things. I can either open it, or you can come, let's say you don't open it then. Whew. You pull that up, and then it's in your downloads box, I think. It was on my last, I just got a new computer and I'm so confused right now. It's somewhere. See, look, I don't have anything. Look at that, Jessica, it's not even red. Problems, I got problems, okay. I don't know where to put it, but it should say download. It should be from Canva. So if you open it, then it'll be there, and then you could use it and then post it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever source, or you could even send it in an email and do that. Or you could just push the share button and share it with somebody.
Mm.
Oh, and let's say you can do your own logo in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my logo is in here. Someone did make my logo for me because I needed someone other than myself to do that. Thank you. Okay. So here is my logo. But you could do that. You could totally do this yourself. In that brand thing that I showed you, all you need is to pick out your colors, how you want your name or your business or your company or whatever you want to call it to be. Like I need to do one for our team of Pure Fit Nation, which I might go gold for it because gold is like the purest element, or isn't it one of them? So that makes sense to me. But being that this is my logo, let's say I take Mr. Chris Downing here, and then I fill the thing, right? Look at him, he's so sweet. And then we take this and put it, no, here, prove it to myself. Why is it doing that? Where did Chris go? You should be able to put it over it. I swear. Anyways, you can put your logo on stuff. I've done it before, but I don't know why it won't let me now. But you could just add and add and add like these little graphics and overlay it. Because that's how I did this. Oh, here's a gift. Oh, thank you. We have unlimited minutes on our meeting now. Thanks to Zoom. So you can just build something like that and put your results here and say, oh, I lost blah, blah, blah in X amount of time. Our next group is starting this day. Or just like prove it to yourself. New group starts Monday. Whatever. But you could also use, I like Canva right now, but I've also used Photofy, which is like, it's spelled PHOTOFY. But my other go-to app is WordSwag. WordSwag is so nice because it'll format it for you. And they even have quotes and stuff in there that you could use and change the colors, change the fonts, and make it your own. And then put your little logo at the bottom. So you can make it in WordSwag, and then since it's saved, all you have to do is upload it to Canva and put your name on there. And it would your little logo if you wanted, but you wouldn't have to do that. Like I just don't have time to do that. If somebody wants to steal my stuff, and that's on them. So yeah, but WordSwag is a paid app, but it's like $1.99 or $3. So it's not a huge. To me, it was completely worth it that my colors are in there. That's where I do like that pink with the gray writing. That's all on WordSwag. But then if you see something else that looks more professional, it's in Canva. Because I was talking to the girls at work that's one of, and this is just because of so many people on social media being in MLMs. One of my biggest things now is looking for nice polished pictures, like making sure that I can see that we can see your face, that it's not dark, that it's a well-lit thing. Like I would say that Jessica is very good at taking selfies where I can see her face. Like it's always well lit. It's not dark. It's not the same every time. And so that's also something when I look at people's profiles and I look at their Instagram, if they start following you, I go to all those people who says, "Oh, I just started following you today." I'm like, "Oh, let's see what they look like. What is their life like? I want to see." And so I go and look, and if it's literally the same every day, that's cool. But I don't want to see that 365 days a year. Maybe on your story, but not on your feed. And so if you look at like people like Melanie Mitro or Christina, their feed is very polished. It's very pretty. And that's really what Instagram is. Not that you can't post like, Matthew and I do in tree posts. That's not polished and pretty. It's our life. But to take that picture, I made sure, the first one I took was dark because we didn't have a light in front of us. So then I took it again and I turned lights on around us so that we could see our faces. So just being aware of lighting, what's behind you, what's around you're taking a picture. When I take my food pictures, I try very hard to not have anything except my food around it. Like I just want to see the wood grain of the table or the granite or like whatever you want the person to focus on in the graphic, that should be your focus. And then once you take it, then playing with the light in either in Instagram, which you could use their filters, or playing with the filter in Canva, WordSwag, or Photofy, because there's going to be so many more filters within there that might help you, that you don't have to retake the shot, that it just enhances it without doing a redo. Or you can change it to black and white. But once you start doing that, kind of figure out too what you want your look to look like. So for me, I always use the same filters. I have like 2 to 3 filters that I use all the time. And if you start doing that, then your feed or your page will look very cohesive and it'll all flow together, and they'll just look at that and be like, "Oh, well that's just her look. That's just Ashley. Like that's just Jess. That's just Andrea." Like I'm very nerdy, but I like things very black and white, and I like them really bright. I stay away from like the yellow tints, and more like white, kind of like my hair. So it like pops, so when you're scrolling down, I want someone to stop and be like, "Dang, that's some bright green broccoli." Like, "Oh my goodness," and not like, "Oh, there's more food," So it should be like, "Wow, I want to stop," and almost have that factor like, "Well, how is she doing her eyebrows like that? Because that's really fabulous." Whatever your post is, it should make them stop. Like you either alter the image or it's such a good image that they want to stop. Do either of you have any questions on how to use Canva or other sites? But I can post.
So. I can try it tomorrow.
See, look, she's sitting at home and she's got lipstick on now. That's so fabulous.
Because Cole had his Bell concert tonight.
So I can post, I'll share this recording, but then I can post the other websites that Girl Boss and Shalene told us to look at. Some of them are paid, some of them are free. I'm sure you can find some. I used to use Pick Play Video or something like that when I did a lot of videos. But now since Instagram has that nice carousel, I don't even do that, because Instagram, when you set up that carousel and have a multi-feed or a multi-image thing, it actually brings it up further in the feed. So you're actually getting more likes doing that way rather than there's a box here, a box here, a box here, and it's just so much like all in these tiny little boxes that you can't really see. So if you just did like, you know, a picture of you and you know, Warrior 1, and then swipe over to see how to get to Warrior 1 or Warrior 3. How do you do that? And so then you could watch the video. And so as you're swiping, like Instagram sees that and it brings it up because it's getting more views because it's an.
Oh.
I know that carousel thing that gets. So it's all, so Instagram is basically like 4 social medias in one, that it has the regular IG where you just post your picture. Likes don't matter anymore. Likes do not matter. Likes don't matter. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 likes on a picture. I mean, it matters a little bit, but not really. It is the social engagement that comes in afterwards because it's social media. They want to see that you're being social. So if someone says, that's such a cute dog, and you could say afterwards, like, thanks so much. Do you have a dog too? Because then that makes that person respond back, and it's going to pull it back up in their feed, and they're going to go, yes, I do. I have this. Or my dog's name is Jack. And then they say, oh, well, what kind of breed is it? And you can get a thing going, a conversation going. And then if you take it and you message them and you make it like Messenger, then you are going to show up in that person's feed more often. You're in a conversation with them. Same thing with.
I never knew that.
I know lots of things about social media. That's my brain's on overload. So if you're in stories and then, so like I follow both of your Instagrams. So your stories are always in those first like 6 bars, those 6 bubbles up top. So whoever you follow all the time, they're up in those bubbles. But if you scroll over, you'll see the people that you don't see as much. They're just still there. So once you start like talking to people, then it brings you into theirs, and they're going to see and follow you more, and you'll have more likability, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, well, what's she doing? What's she buying at the grocery store? What kind of workout is she doing today? Nutrition. And so that's when people like, today I cried on Instagram and people are like, I'm sorry you had a bad day. I'm like, oh, thanks. They actually are watching my story. You know, so it's the people who are watching it all the time. Somebody who's searching Instagram for, you know, mixed martial arts might not find me, but, you know, that mom is crying when I'm like, mom confessions, and I'm crying. So, or your person will, because they're already following you. And then, so the carousels, that you have to swipe, IG when you like talk, Messenger, and then now we have basically YouTube and Instagram, which is IGTV. So you can use that to do like a makeup tutorial and say, this is how I to get this perfect smoky eye. And you could just record yourself, and then it uploads it and stores it in there. Rather than in stories, it just goes away. The IGTV will stay there. And then for your people who follow you all the time, it will continue to shoot that video over. Like you guys might have seen my 5-minute manicure that I did. It went in there. And so it'll pull it up for your people. Ta-da! Okay, I think that's all the brain dump I can do for today.
Are you able to track that though?
Yes. So you have to change your Instagram, which is a super easy thing, to a business account and not a personal account.
Okay.
Do that, it'll say insights, it'll tell you.
I mean, that makes sense. I just thought.
Hold on, I'll log into my Instagram. So it will tell you, and you'll be able to see how many people have seen it. you'll be able to see the impressions that it makes on people. So maybe not necessarily they've just seen it. They've seen it in their scroll. Okay. So here's me. Oh, that's my friend Katie. So if I go to me, right, and then we'll use Mariana because she has 25 likes, right? That's a pretty decent amount of likes. And then
They have such beautiful kids.
they really do. Should say, it should be, maybe I can't see it on here, but in your, on your phone, it should be able to say like how many, things there are. See if I can go to my bubble. Yeah, so like here, it says 107 people have watched me do this peanut butter dance. Right?
Yeah,
then,
I watched that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
I liked your boots in the video. That's what I noticed, just saying.
You noticed what?
Your boots, they're cute.
Oh, thank you. I noticed the always in the back. So.
Oh, and I liked your jackets. Yeah.
So on my peanut butter video, on my phone. Oh, stop talking me. Shh. Okay. So on my peanut butter video, like this, if I swipe up, it says, I know you can't say that because it's all whited out, but it says interactions, 76 people, impressions, 86 people saw it, navigations, and then it'll tell you if people went backwards to look at it, which means it was interesting or they wanted to see something else about it, or they went forwards like, it's fine, right? And so on those back ones, maybe it went by too fast, or maybe someone thought it was funny, someone exited it. But like my peanut butter dance, people went backwards 4 times, which is higher than normal. It means I did something that's either funny or stupid or, whatever.
Caught their eye. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like me telling my story today, people went back 6 times. But it also makes a difference on where you put your hashtags. You can put hashtags on your story and people will find you. And when you do that, you can put up to, I think the magic number Shalene said is 5 hashtags. And I try very hard to not do Beachbody hashtags because all that you find are more Beachbody people.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not who you want. So, like,
I think it's also a little off-putting as a newbie.
That's good to know.
To me. I mean, not like really bad, but I just like people that just don't seem to claim like an MLM product. Yeah, like just.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's their way of life, not just their way of business.
Yes. And that they're not just selling me a pitch, basically. Yeah.
Right. And then you can shrink your hashtag to where you can't even see it. You can grab that little hashtag and I always shrink it real small and I'll move it up in the upper left corner or the bottom left corner. So if someone does tap the hashtag, it takes it back. Because I was putting it on the right and that makes it go forward. If you get on the left, it makes it go back.
Ah.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about like placement and so yeah, nowhere in here in my profile does it say coach.
Yeah. I've noticed that about a couple coaches that I follow that it doesn't have that or Beachbody mentioned or anything.
Because of why you said that, because it can be very off-putting and people are like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Sales.
They're
Yeah.
going to try and sell me something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so like this is my coach bubble, but it doesn't say coach life.
Right.
It says my wildest dreams, which I need to add more. That was fun. What was that? So none of it is like, I try not to put so much. I don't remember the last time I did a stock picture, and I would say that is my biggest recommendation as a new coach, is to not do a stock picture. Like this, I'm wearing my Shakeology apron.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had this for 4 years, and I don't think anybody's ever seen it, except when I first got it. But it's my only apron, so that's what I had to wear for Turkey Day. So yeah, maybe if I click here, you can see it. Well, you can see all the people that like it. And then the other thing too is look for the people who are not only following you, but the people who are new. And you could message them and say, hey, thanks so much for liking my photo. How did you find my feed? Just something super easy. Or like, I know this lady, but I didn't know she had an Instagram. So just connecting with people on social is huge.
Do you always like go to follow people that like your post on there?
Well, that depends. So like the people that I was telling you that have just the selfies, no, because I want to follow someone who's like me. Like this, okay, this lady, Fussy Eating Doctor, I actually might follow her, because if you look at her pictures, look how pretty they are. Like, I want to eat that. And she's not a coach. She's a pediatric dietitian and nutritionist from down under. She does, however, have 10,000 people, so she probably won't interact with me too much.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at those things too. Is this my person? Is this
Gotcha.
who I want to follow me? And do I want to follow them? Or what value am I going to get by following this person? Is it just enjoyment? Is it for fun? Are they going to educate me? Are they going to inspire me? Like, I don't know who this is. But I don't know if I'd follow her, because that's what we're posting.
Yeah.
So
I don't follow everyone that follows me or likes every photo.
Okay.
I look at their stuff, and if like I get somebody and it says, they follow Carl Deichler, I don't want a bunch of other coaches.
Right.
I'll let them follow me if that's their thing, but I'm not necessarily going to follow them because I don't need a ton of that in my feed.
Yeah, recently I got this girl. She started following me today. She's a coach. I haven't looked at this chick yet. She's only got 500 posts, but I can tell she's a fitness person already. Oh, she's a breast cancer survivor. Who's this?
And a nurse.
Well, she's friends with Ashley Babcock, followed by Ashley. So I don't know if she is, look, and she's got 80-day bans. Like, you can look in people's pictures and see what they have.
In Slider.
You might be one of Ashley's coaches, and so sometimes it's that, like one of our people following you, like how you follow some of our coaches. But then some people, it's just not like, boss babe, what are you doing?
I'm so love her, but clean eating. What?
Yeah. I do like how her page is clean and crisp, but you can tell from her page she's totally about sales. So I might not want.
IVF.
What?
So she posted, she had a sign talking about IVF transfer day. That's what I noticed.
See, and then I looked at this earlier. It's like a sad diet, and So it's more diet. Like I end up having a bunch of, I don't know, weight loss people too. So it's got to be like one of my tags. And that's the other thing too. When you start tagging things, look, that guy had a Beast Body shirt on. See him? So when you, and then I knew that there were more than likely some kind of MLM because she had this book. So when you start tagging things, like let's pull up her tags on this. God-driven, daily food, boy mom. So boy mom's going to have a ton of tags on it.
Yeah.
So you'll just get buried in the feed. No one will ever find you. Actually, he has a lot of pretty generic ones, but this one might not be. So you want to look at what else falls in that hashtag when you start hashtagging.
No wonder Shalene teaches all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. So then, but see, look, there's not very many posts on it. So you'll be high up in the feed. Whereas if I type in, watch this, 6 million.
Yeah.
6 million boy mom posts. But if I did,
what's mama boys?
mama boys, 2 million. So you're getting better. This would be mom of boy life. That would be a better post because there's only 22,000. So you'll get seen more doing that. Or
okay, this is a really dumb question. Speaking of hashtags, so how do you save all those hashtags for each post? Because surely I'm like,
that's not a dumb
what's
question.
that?
That's not a dumb question.
I'm like, surely these people do not type these out, but I'm kind of like old, so I'm out of touch, I guess.
It's okay. No.
Mine auto populate as I start typing it on Instagram.
Mine do that. But Shalene taught us something when I went to Florida. And this is how you do it. So like I have that big block.
Yeah.
Okay. So go to your settings on your phone, because I do most of my stuff from my phone. Where's my settings button? And then on there you will find your keyboard, or if you can get to your keyboard, there will be something in there. I don't know if it's Android or what you have. Teach us how to do this. You can make a shortcut on your phone. General management, language, maybe language and input. Yes. And then you go into
I found keyboards. I just don't.
Okay. And then on-screen keyboard. No. Physical key. Okay. And then you go to physical keyboard. That's what mine is because I have a Droid. It might be different on an I.
Oh, yeah.
And then keyboard shortcuts.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you should be able to create one in there. You just have to be able to remember what your shortcut is. So like mine is HT. HT1 populates all my hashtags. And one day I sat and I put in all the hashtags I wanted to do and I saved it. But as long as I type in HT1, that comes up. If I put in TY, it comes up with 2 hearts. Hey, thanks, 2 hearts. and you could make it for anything. So let's say that you made, you got your son a super cute outfit, and all of a sudden you just were getting blown up on how to do this. Or this is probably more likely. You're starting a new challenge group. Like I'm going to do another free group if you want to invite people. And people are like, well, give me the details on it. And you're like, oh, okay, no problem. So you sit and you make a very genuine, yes, I'm so glad you asked for the details. This is what we're going to do. And you lay it out for them, XYZ. I would love for you to be a part of this. We are starting Monday. And they're like, oh my God, she sat here and typed all this out for me. And you send that back to them. And you don't mean it any less, because I end up typing the same thing 100 times, 100 different ways. But instead you just say, challenge group shift or whatever it is. And then it just populates it. So no, that's not a dumb question.
Okay, thanks.
I didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not a techie person. I don't know these things.
I mean, I figured that people had a shortcut, like to copy and paste or something like that, because a lot of people use like a huge chunk of them. So I just wasn't sure how it happened.
Yeah. And then when you are trying to come up with hashtags, think of things that make you you. Like, things that you use all the time, like I love my ninja. But like personal things, like I started hashtag anxiety is real, because that is a real thing for me.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I started hashtagging recovery is possible. Leo mom or Leo wife, thin blue line, but thin blue line gets used a lot. Military family, stuff like that. Like people who will be my jam, that will understand me more than somebody who's never had those experiences. Like nurse life. Sometimes I hashtag scrub life. Hygiene problems, like those things that pertain to whatever that post is for the day. I'll put that in there. Superfood shake. I won't put in Shakeology.
Oh.
Yeah. Because if you put in Shakeology, you're going to get more Shakeology people. Or whole food shake. Organic living. Healthy and happy. Like those kinds of things instead of the shift shop. Unless I want Joel Freeman to see it or Carl Deichler, I don't usually do that. But I am really happy when. Any more questions? No.
I can't think of any.
Okay, if you do, post them. And then Transform 20 early release starts in 2 days, the 4th. So people can purchase a challenge pack if they want. It will be 20 minutes, a 20-minute program, and there will be a step riser in it. I got my ticket to go to Super Saturday Chicago yesterday. You don't have to go to that if you don't want to. There's one in Indy, which is a 20-minute drive. You want to do that. That's also a possibility.
I wanted to go, but that's hubby's birthday weekend, like the day before his birthday. So I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. So it might be more doable to do